This is actually a pretty good story. I don't know if it'll ever see the market, but researchers from Northeastern University went out to a grassy field in Maine and started sampling the soil, and it yielded up a new type of antibiotic. It's called Teixobactin, and it's already been used against MRSA, tuberculosis, and a staph infection in mice, which is very hard to treat, they say. It's thought to attack the fatty lipids that make up a bacterial cell wall, making it difficult for the bacteria to mutate, to become resistant to it, because it's actually attacking the cell wall. So their first impression is that it's something that's evolved to be free of resistance. So this is a huge story, because most, if not all, of the antibiotics that are being used right now have become resistant in one way or another. The bacteria have become resistant, so in a few years they're going to be useless, and there's going to be a big problem. And they've also developed a way to grow this bacteria, which is pretty promising. They say normally it's very hard for bacteria, or for antibiotics, I should say, to grow. Typically 1% of microbes in a soil sample are able to grow in the lab. But they're using something called the iChip, which has a pretty ominous sounding name, but it's really just like a piece of plastic that separates the soil and allows the antibiotics a place to grow. So the iChip expands that number to 50%. So 50% of the microbes in a soil sample are allowed to grow. And then once it starts growing, then they take it back to the lab and culture it further, and now they have a good working amount. So this is actually a really promising story, and hopefully, they're saying like 3 to 5 years they'll be able to market this and get it out there. And I guess as long as some pharmaceutical company can patent it and make a bunch of money, then it actually will see the light of day. So it's something to hope for, at least.